An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Here we go, set, go.
They're going to look to throw.
That is caught.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Boswell for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
All right, I got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
13.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hey, out. It's on. Hey, report. Come.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Jackson.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
They're powering through at the 35.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
So that changes things, no doubt. We thought we might be on the verge of our initial score of the game, but after that interception,
the long return.
Yeah, then they had that long return, and now it's the other sideline who might be the first to put the points up. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. In motion comes the tight end left.
Here's Mostert.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bison, 60 Mustang 19.
They'll drop to throw.
That swung out to Mostert.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers. Cup 19. Cup 19. Check go.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Second down, they go again with Henry. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Rashad Bateman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, A little something extra in his repertoire.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action with Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd down and 8.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Henry running right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
A try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Ravens 27, Steelers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
DK Metcalf
with career touchdown number 60. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Forward.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Running right through him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
140 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And some room to work. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Come on, come on.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
13. You at X. No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Throwing now is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, report.
Again to Henry. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
180. Hey, middle.
Now Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Jackson to throw.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41. Steelers 24.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they can't connect, incomplete, but that stops the clock with 1 tick remaining here in this first half. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go! Buffalo 18. Check go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Baltimore, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.